Okay, Shalom. We're going to continue and go into the Gospels. We're going to go to Luke 23. Luke 23 and 26. Luke 23 and 26. And as they led him away, they laid hold upon one Simon, a Cyrenian, coming out of the country, and on him they laid the cross, that he might bear it after Mashiach Yahushua. So they put this cross that Mashiach Yahushua had to carry to his death. They gave it to Simon, a Cyrenian, to carry. Remember, he had been beat down by the wicked Israelites. Then he got beat down by the Romans, the so-called Italian Caucasian with superpower of earth. Took turns beating him, put that crown of thorn in his head, and beat it down on his head, his skull, where it was bleeding. Smote him, spit on him, and all that. Verse 27. And they followed him a great company of people and of women, which also bewailed and lamented him. They was crying. But the Mashiach turning unto them said, Daughters of Jerusalem, you women of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. See what he said? Don't be weeping for me, weep for yourselves and your children. For behold, the days are coming, in the which they shall say, Blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bear, and the paps which never save suck. So you're going to say, Blessed are the women that never had any babies. Then shall they begin to say to the mountains, Fall on us, and to the hills cover us. For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? So they do these things right there to the righteous. What they're going to do when they have the opportunity to do exactly what they're going to do. He's talking about what they was going to do when they took us down in 70 AD. And there were also two other malefactors led with him to be put to death. And when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, there they crucified him and the malefactors, these two men beside him. One on the right hand and the other on the left. One on his right hand, one on his left. Then said Mashiach Yahushua, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they parted his raiment and cast lots, as it was written. And the people stood beholding. And you see what he said? He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And the people stood beholding, and the rulers also with them deride him, saying, He saved others, let him save himself. If he be a Mashiach, the chosen of the Most High. See, it's very important you see this. They didn't say if he be Yahushua or Yeshaya or Yeshua or Yehoshua or any name, but HaMashiach. If he be a Mashiach, he be the Messiah, if he be the anointed, the chosen of the Most High. And the soldiers also mocked him, coming to him and offering him vinegar instead of water, giving him vinegar to drink, and saying, If thou be the king of the Jews, save thyself. And the superscription also was written over him in the letters of Greek and Latin and Hebrew. This is the king of the Jews. And one of the malefactors which were hanged railed on him, saying, If thou be Mashiach, save thyself and us. Said, you be Mashiach, Save us. Save yourself and us. But the other answering rebuked him, saying, Dost not thou fear the Most High, seeing thou art in the same condemnation? Shoot, man, you being condemned as he is. And we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds. But this man hath done nothing amiss. He ain't done nothing wrong. And he said unto Mashiach Yahushua, Mashiach, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. So remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. And Mashiach Yahushua said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. So then you know that he was being forgiven. Say, today will thou be with me in paradise. You see? And it was about the 6th hour, and there was a darkness over all the earth until the 9th hour. So it was about the 6th hour. For 3 hours, there was darkness upon the earth. And the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was rent in the midst. The veil of the sacrificing temple was rent in half. Just came apart. And when the Mashiach had cried with a loud voice, he said, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. And having said thus, he gave up the spirit. He died, and the spirit went to the Most High. Now when the centurion saw what was done, he glorified the Most High, saying, Certainly this was a righteous man. And all the people that came together to that sight, beholding the things which were done, smote their breasts, and returned. And all his acquaintance and the women that followed him from Galilee stood afar off, beholding these things. And behold, there was a man named Joseph, a counselor, and he was a good man and a just, a righteous man. The same had not consented to the counsel and deed of them. He was of Arimathea, a city of the Jews, who also himself waited for the kingdom of the Most High. This man went unto Pilate and begged the body of a Mashiach Yahushua. He had money, and he took it down and wrapped it in linen and laid it in a scepter that was hewn in stone, wherein never man before was laid. And that day was the preparation of the Sabbath drew near on. And the women also, which came with him from Galilee, followed after, and beheld the sepulchre and how his body was laid. And they returned and prepared spices and ointments and rested the Sabbath day according to the commandment. You see that? They didn't do anything on the Sabbath day. They rested the Sabbath day. And they returned and prepared spices and ointments and rested the Sabbath day according to the commandment. See? So that's what I wanted to go over today. The Torah portions and the prophets and the gospel. Then I say shalom.